Brighton, New York is one of the most fantastic places to live in all of Rochester. It's unique, diverse, home prices are still not crazy, and stay till the end because I'm actually going to show you my top 3 homes in Brighton, all under $500,000. Let's get started right away. So there's a few things about Brighton that make it really, really unique. Starting off right off the bat, number 1, we've got the schools. You've got schools in proximity to Brighton with McQuaid, Harley, and Aquinas, factoring in the fact that you also have Brighton High School, which is amazingly ranked in the entire state. You know your children are getting the best education possible. Making sure that our kids are learning and they're actually growing is important. And when you have really fantastic collegiate preparatory schools in McQuaid and Harley, you know they're getting the best education possible. Both of these things are important. But with that being said, we also notice there's a lot of extracurricular activities for kids to do. From biking, from playing football, basketball, soccer, and any other sports that you can think of, there are a ton of things to do in Brighton, New York. And in the next few minutes, when we go over to my loom, I'm going to show you its proximity to Rochester, so don't worry about that. But there's just so much ample things and activities and parks and recreations that it makes it really unique. The second thing that makes Brighton so unique is, well, the sense of community. Brighton has 12 corners right there, and again, I'll show you all of this, but it's got 12 corners, it's got the public library, it's got a ton of things that will bring the community together. The public market, which is only about a 10-minute drive from Brighton, is something that a lot of families, including my own, tend to go to every single Saturday. So you know that when you are moving here, you're thinking about moving here from the perspective of a community and the sense of camaraderie. Generally speaking, Brighton is going to be a home to more of the family-like vibe. If you are someone that's looking to go out and party, and if you're looking to go out and just have fun in the summertime, whatever it may look like, well, I would push you towards specific areas. And I'm not saying live here, live there. I'm just saying based off of the amenities of these places, the I guess characteristics of individuals as a family with people that are looking to get really good education, and that's what makes Brighton so unique. Because everyone, well, most people that live in Brighton have that similar mindset. And then finally, let's talk about the home prices. Again, I'll show you my top 3 favorite homes under $500,000, but Brighton's home costs tend to be lower on the spectrum compared to places like Mendon and Pittsburgh. So you know that you're actually getting all these. Right now, it's hovering anywhere from about $350,000 to $400,000 respectively, but that's not to say that homes are not actively selling for less than that. In fact, they are. With the market shifting the way that it has, and watch the other videos that are going to be in the description below to talk about actually the real estate market. With the market shifting the way that it has, we've noticed a lot of inventory is still active on the market. Meaning for you, one thing: options. With that being said, let's take a look at Brighton, New York from number 1, the map, and number 2, some homes that I think are fantastic. One thing I want to stress is we are licensed real estate professionals in the great state of New York. We would love the chance to work with you and help you in your home buying or selling journey. If you have any questions, all of our information is going to be down below. It is me who picks up the phone, for better or for worse. I look forward to talking with you. Also, like and subscribe. Don't forget, let's see you on the Loom and the Google Maps. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at Brighton as a whole. We've got Brighton, which is encompassed by this specific markering, and there's a few things that really make it unique. First and foremost, you've got all these parks here. Look. Following that, on Westfall Road, if you just go to Bucklands Park, there's places where you can, number 1, play volleyball. And all of this space over here tends to be used for soccer and other things like that. You can play football as well. But if we go a little east, then you see, number 1, we talk about this place a lot, but you see Costco, right? Obviously, Costco, it's Costco, you got REI, and we talked about this location here where they want to build a Topgolf center. So be on the lookout for that. With everything else, there's parks, there's recreation, but what I want to show is this. We talked about the school. Country Club of Rochester, first and foremost, is one of the most expensive country clubs in the entire Rochester area. Just letting you guys know. But with that being said, let's also take a look at this here. There we go. We've got Brighton's Memorial Library here, and then this is 12 corners. So this plaza, 12 corners, this plaza as a whole is 12 corners. So you've got Starbucks, you got Panera Bread, and the reason that this is really fantastic is because kids that go to school here 12 Corners, and then Brighton. They just tend to walk here. Have some fun, hang out with their friends kind of thing. So there's a ton of things to do for kids, for adults as well, because you've got a lot of restaurants. You've got bakeries, you've got Thai food over here, Chen Garden. I love Chen Garden. I go there all the time. Fantastic food. But yeah, so there's a ton of things to do here. You've got Charboil. You just can't hate on Charboil. Arby's, if you want a little bit more of a, I guess, enjoyable meal. I mean, well, it's Arby's, right? You've also got Harley School, which is a private school. Harley is known as one of the best schools in all of Rochester. But if we move a little bit this way and we look at and we go this way, which is Brighton Memorial, I'm looking for one specific thing, and that's McQuaid Jesuit. So this is where I went to high school personally, and McQuaid is ranked as the #2 Jesuit school in the entire country. Pretty crazy when you think about it. And then you've got this plaza, which is Lockville Plaza here. Tons of things. You've got Tops. You've also got M&T Bank over there. You've got Mexican food. You've got just a great wide variety of things to do, right? So that's looking at Brighton as a whole. Again, I keep preaching that Brighton is fantastic for that family-friendly area. And I'm not saying live here if you don't have kids, don't live here if you don't want this, but it is the sense of camaraderie which exists through commonality. It's prevalent here. But what's really cool about Brighton is also this. If you don't have kids and you're looking at investments, well, there's this University of Rochester, Strong, and Highland. The one thing I want to show is look at the proximity. You just go Elmwood Ave west and you're there. Yeah, it's about a 7-minute drive. So if you're looking to stay on the west side of Genesee River, you got all this, but if you want to stay on the east side, although the homes are going to be a little bit more expensive, I mean, this investment, that's a good place, especially if you can find something where you can get a deal. You're going to get a lot of people, especially college kids, doctors, traveling nurses as well. So there's a lot of cool things here. But with that being said, let's take a look at my personal 3 favorite homes that are currently on the market in Brighton, New York, all under $500,000. And again, if you guys have any questions about these, want more information, we are licensed real estate professionals. We'd love the chance to help you there. Let's go to my next loom so I can show you those homes. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at these homes that we're talking about here. The one thing that I want to stress is they're all very close by. They're maybe 5 minutes driving distance, but all of these are under $500,000. So let's take a look at this one starting here with $450,000. It's the most expensive one, and there's a few things about it that make it kind of unique, right? So first and foremost, 3 bedrooms, 4 bath. Another thing that makes it kind of cool, at least from my personal perspective, it's walking distance away from 12 Corners right there. And there's just the permissible house occupied. It's got a ton of things that you can do here. And there's something else that I was going to show you right there. Tear-off roof, which is approximately in 17. So a lot of cool things. It is also a hybrid home. So let's take a look at that, and I'll show you cool things about it. You've got all this. You got those studio lights here. It's a nice design. Look at that carpeting. Oh yeah, it's nice. The design is unique. It's meant for, and again, we read this in the description, right? It's meant for, it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a unique house which has commercial usage to it as well. So that's why it's on the more expensive side. But that's the house. I mean, it's an interesting place, right? One of the things that I wanted to show you is this. The house has this much space. So it's not just technically livable. You can do a ton of things with it. And if you're looking here, you've got, look at that. The 12 Corners Plaza is right there, right? The school is right there. So many opportunities for just to make it, we'll make it home. But also, if you want to use it for commercial space, they mentioned down here, it's includes dentists, doctors, accountants, real estate agents. So there's all of these things here that you can use it for. Obviously no retail or beauty, but it's both residential and commercial. And I think that's what makes it so popular of a home. Looking at the second most expensive, and I say expensive as relatively as I can, it was originally listed for $330. Now it's down to $320. And here's a few things about the house that I personally really like. So first and foremost, we're just going to show you right there. Located in one of the top school districts. And the second thing that I want to show you is the furnace and AC regularly maintained, and garbage pickup is included in taxes. So let's take a look at the house here and see what it's all about. Boom. That's a nice design. I love the columns-esque design. I think that's really unique. Again, that's cool. I like this. The one thing that I would stress, and I'm not throwing shade or anything, but I just wish that agents would use professional photography and videography, just because when I'm demonstrating it to my clients, like you guys, it would make my life a lot easier versus having to emphasize everything here. The photography was done, but to each their own, I guess. But I think you can see for yourself, you know, the house itself is gorgeous, right? Like there's a ton of opportunities, and your brain must be thinking, oh my gosh, my family can live here. I can use this as an investment opportunity. Lot of awesome things. And it looks like there's a finished basement down here as well, which can be turned into just ample space. But that's the backyard. The house itself, we're going to look at the age here, but it is definitely on the older side simply due to the nature of the shedding. And it's 1963 built. Yep, but hey, everything is maintained, everything is checked. And if you are interested in the house, it's got a motivated seller. So there might be some things where you can make that maneuver happen. But looking at the final house, and I picked this one for a specific reason because I thought it was really unique, both in the design and the name. Simono. I think that's how you pronounce it. But 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet. A few things about the house that I personally, when I was looking at, really love is this: newer furnace, 2019, bathroom renovated, 2020, outdoor light fixture, 2022, and extra space. I love that. Let's take a look at the house and see what makes it awesome. And I think this is what the house should be drawn as, especially when you're taking videos and photos, because, well, it's a lot more mesmerizing, right? Look at that. I love the design. I love the color. And again, it's an interesting perspective because this color is not for everyone, right? Like it's definitely a more acquired taste, but I'm a fan personally. The carpets are interesting. What you're seeing in Brighton is a lot of these homes are definitely on the older side, right? Like the design of them are older homes. There's not as much new construction happening here, for better or for worse, but this was definitely revamped here. You can see the granite over there, which is really cool. One of the ways that I can tell a house is older is simply by the door hinges, the door handles. You can tell just by looking at it alone, right? Like it has a more Renaissance-esque look to it, and I dig that a lot. I definitely think a lot of the newer homes that we're seeing don't have the same, I guess, avant-garde tendencies that homes like this have. Basement could be finished. You can see the driveway, the shed in the back. But yeah, that's the house. And that's the homes that I wanted to show you guys. Again, Brighton, New York, very unique, a lot of cool, prosperous things about it. We saw 3 different kind of houses, right? We saw one that was a commercial and a residential unit. We saw one that had a ton of opportunity and a highly motivated seller. And then we saw one for $275 that's just a unique house. The one thing that I did want to talk about is this. If you look at this home that was $319 right here, and its location, I'll just press on this, make myself a little bit smaller, press on that here. Its location is really unique. First and foremost, you got Harley School right there. Harley, I can double check my math here, but I think it costs around $16,000 to $20,000 just to go here. You got Harley and then Allendale, Columbia, exact same thing. Coupling with that, you got Nazareth, St. John Fisher, so college kids can live here, Clinton Crossing, University, Strong, Highland, So not only are you looking at number one, college kids, but you're also looking at number two, potentially traveling nurses and just someone looking to rent. This house is also 4 bedrooms. So if you rent out each room for about $700, you're looking at essentially $2,800 a month. That's the estimated cost breakdown, but there is a few things that are wrong about this number. Right now, interest rates are not hovering at 6.7, they're hovering at 6.2. If you put obviously 20% down, that's what that looks like. But we're not factoring in, the cost, right? If there's a motivated seller and we can lower the cost of the home holistically, we might be able to get an even better discount. I could see this number hovering around 1,900. So a lot of really interesting things. And our loan officer partner, just want to share this message with you guys. They said for any new individuals that are working with us directly, they're getting 0.5% of the loan amount for closing costs. So that's going to be taken care of. That's going to help you guys out. If that sounds interesting, you guys want more information, press the link below, or no link, but call us, text us. We'd love to chat with you. Looking forward to it. Have a good one. Peace.